I am a web developer and I have a web development company that I work full time on. So today we will be going to build a service listing type of bot where people can register their services, for example, plumber, electrician, web designer, and then anything. And the customers can, general public can just search or see the service providers and then with their information and contact them for further work. So that's the basic idea. So here I have prepared a basic flow chart. I'd like to, I always like to prepare some kind of flow chart before I start to, build the bot directly on the Botstar. So here, in the main menu, we'll ask the questions or we'll put the button if if the user is customer or professional. And if they are professional, so just wait for a moment for customer. If they are professional, now we will again ask them, would you like to register your service in our app? Or if they are already registered, we'd like to check your membership status or validity, right? And then all of this will be integrated to Google Sheet, where if they register, then we'll ask for their basic information and show them a category on which they want their service to be listed on, and then save it to Google Sheet with the integration. And we will also in the process generate a automatically generate what do we call a registration ID to them, and then it will be automatically registered. We'll use a just a simple code here, but I will try to walk you through that. And now that registration code or that ID will be used if they are already registered and they want to check the validity. We'll ask them that code because it would have been provided to them when they were registered. And so we'll then check into Google Sheet with the registration code and get their data back. So this is for the professionals, right? If the persons try to register their service, will do this process, and when their data is saved into Google Sheet, the admin will then see the application and try to see if it fits in the bot or not. If it fits, then he or she approves it. So when they approve this registration, it will then go back to the CMS of Botstar through a CMS API. A lot of people has been asking, and there is a lot of discussion around this in the community. So I thought that this would be a good tutorial to do both Google Sheet integration at the first phase and then take the data back to CMS API using like Integromat or Power Automate. I will definitely use Integromat because a lot of people are asking that. And then those approved service provider will be then shown to customer. In this first part of this whole tutorial, we will just look at the professional part, and in the next one we will see how we can then get this data back to CMS and then build other things for the customers. So yeah, so let's start. So I am in my Botstar, and then let me log in here. Okay, so I have created this service bot, and then let's go to bot builder. So before we do anything, let's first I will quickly also show you the Google Sheet that I have prepared. So it's just a basic simple sheet with serial number. That's just for our purpose, and then code that I just talked about: name, email, phone number, address, category. It's a service category, which will be again coming from the the CMS. And then this is for the status. I have prepared like so that admin will find it easier. So it's processing. When any application will first set it to processing and then approved or rejected, right? So this can be it's basic process. It can be done just by going to data validation. It's of course not a Google Sheet tutorial, but it just go to Google Sheet, and then here you have to choose list of items and then what you want to choose, right? So By doing that, you will get all the drop down menu here. Okay, so now back to Botstar. So first let's go to integrations. Where is it? Integrations. In general, collaboration. No. Here, no integrations here. So what do we need? We will need this Google Sheet for now. So I'll just turn on the Google Sheet and then go to my account here and then do just follow. Right. Okay. This should finish all the logistical things. So now this like it's a first entry point. So what did we say? We will first present a main menu with two items. Are you a customer or professional? And please note that this tutorial is not about making a beautiful bot with all the good language. We're just looking at a functionality here. So I'll just keep things very simple and to make this tutorial short. So here this is I would say it's a main menu, right? Main menu, and then we will ask uh, please choose what fits you. Oh, or can you tell us who are you? This is not good, but let's keep this as it is for now because I will definitely spend a lot, a lot of time doing this stuff rather than some useful stuff. So, and I want two buttons here. So this one, okay, two items. So for first one, I'll just write it as a customer. And here I will just write it professional. Let's say professional, right? Because service provider will be little long. Oh, sorry, I wrote that in the same way. So okay, here we will do customer. Good, right? So now today, as I said, we'll not be going through the customer part. So we will be going through the professional part. So what I'd like to do is I always like to keep separate things. So let me drop a module here. Here is module, and this module is called professional, or rather not right now. First show them because we can have we want to register or validity, right? So let's do that first here. Okay, so what would you like to do today? Okay, so here this is main first menu for professional. Okay, so here what would you like to do now? Here I have to maybe I don't have to do this. Let me check. And then this is for okay. So here also we will need two buttons. Okay, first this one is I want to register in your bot, and then next one is I am already registered, so I want to check my registration status. So check status should be fine, right? Okay, so if they are professional, we'll go to this one. Let's quickly see if this works or not because I am confused. So they have to put the no, this is working. Okay, so let me close this. Now for this, I will call this module. What do we call it? Let's first deal with the registration. So just register. For register, we will take it back here. Now we will go inside the module, and we have module entry and module outlet. So here, okay. So what do we do when they ask for register? We just ask them basic information and also, show them a category. So first we will have to maybe build a category of um, um, the services category. Let's first build that and then come back here. So for that we will go to CMS, okay, and then create a new entity. Let's call this category. Let's keep all small letters so that I'd like to keep things a small later so that there's no problem later. And in category, what do we want? We want name and status. I think that should be fine because ID is automatically generated. And do we need any other things? No, I don't think so. So okay. Now let's add few categories. So like plumber, then electrician. I, as I told, I will just keep this simple with few things here and there because you can do all this stuff, right? It's not that important. So plumber, electrician, driver. What do we need? Gardening. Okay, for now this much only. Now, even though we are doing for these services, you can think of anything like it can be a property, real estate bot where people can list out their items for sale or rent, anything. So just look at the functionality for today. Okay, now we have the category and we have 4 items, and now we'll again go back to bot builder and we'll go to module here. So now here, okay. So first we will directly start by showing the category. So what do you want to register yourself as, right? So let's put category here, category, and then from module entry we'll go here. So now what we want to do is we want to show the buttons from CMS. Okay, so go to CMS and then set up quick CMS responses. What do we want? Categories. And is there empty? No, empty, not empty conditions. Max items 11. Let's keep it as this much because we can increase our category later. Everything is good. In the text, what do we put? We can just put a name. Okay, good, right? So here we can even put, like as you see, a lot of photos and make them beautiful. But that's what you are going to do, not me, for this tutorial. Now, when we ask, I think we should now do expect user experience or user response also because we want to know what they are, choosing to save it here in category. Now, what do we ask? Name, email. What do we have here? Name, email, phone number. Oh, a lot of things. I don't like to create a lot of things here. Okay, I'll do it quickly. So, what do we want it here first? This renaming a block is very useful because then you can update variables with those later. So name, and then let's keep it user and then duplicate for what is it? Address, right? Email, and here we will just do a validation also for email. Is enter a correct email. Of course, if this was a real app, you will do a lot of different things, make it more relevant. Email, and then do what we want: address and phone number. Okay, so here just put it phone number or phone, then put it address, right? So quickly change the text. What is your name? Don't ask this directly. I'm doing this in just for the sake of tutorial. And your email. So I'll be quite nice here. Can you please provide me your email, phone number, and your phone number? Then lastly, and your address, please. Okay. So this is fine, right? So what do we want to do? We want to you would also want to like check if they're if they correct the data or not. So you can just do by asking confirmation if this is correct or not. So I think that's simple, so you can do it. So but to save these things, name, email, phone and address, we need some variables. Sorry for my dog is barking outside. So I'll just quickly create those variables. Name, right? And then name. What do we need? Address, email and phone number. Now let's update this information to our variable. Quickly go to library, and where is the update variable section? Here. Okay, bring it here. Then what do we want to do? We want to update the name with this one, response.name. That's why I was saying to rename the block, right? So it makes it easier here. So that's good. Now go to another address, and what do we want to update it with? Go to address. This is good. Email, and go to response email. Why is it question mark? Oh, okay, that's all right. Now what do we have next? Phone number with user phone. Okay, now so like you can do this. You can, what I was telling earlier is you can do this here and then right here. What is this? Confirmation. And here you can say, okay, let me confirm your info, and then your name is this. We'll insert a tag there, and address is this, and email is this, and number phone number is this, right? So let me insert name here. Variables name, address is go to variable address, email is go to variable email, and phone number is go to variable phone number. Okay, good. Now what do? We do two buttons here, and it's yes, no, no. So what do we do if it is no? Yes, we can just go ahead. No, we can say no problem, no problem. Let us do this again. Okay. So now if it is no, then go there, and this is like confirmation no. Okay. Now we will have to take this back to where was that? So let me zoom out for a bit. Here. This is not a good experience, good user experience. We would, like what information would you like to correct and those things. But for the sake of, like simplicity, I'm just doing this. Now let's move on. If it is correct, then what do we want to do? We want to save it in Google Sheet, right? So uh, where is my, no, we also want to generate a code. Remember, before sending it to the Google Sheet, we want to generate a code here, right? So how we are going to do that? We are going to generate a random number, and using few strings. So let's say our random number will be 7-digit, which contains both the alphabets and uh, the numbers 0 to 9 and A to Z. So just know that it cannot be done natively with Botstar without using some code. So you can, it's not that hard. You can just, since Botstar runs on the Node.js, they use Node.js. So Node.js is just an extension or a library or a framework, whatever you want to call it, of JavaScript. So you can just like JS code to generate random number, and hey, it might not be like correct at the first first time. So we have to try one or two times. So this is not what we're looking for. Generate, or let's say, 6-digit random number, and see if we. I have some sample code here, but let me see if we can do this together here, because later someone will say that, oh, you use code. So I would like to do this way. So max, not this one here. 6-digit JS code example. Bear with me for the moment. Okay, I think this will do our. And so for random characters, is this is the random characters, and this is the result. Okay, let's try this. If this doesn't work, we will use my code that I have been using, but let's do it together. We are just all friends here. No hard feelings if this doesn't work, right? So let's go to scripting. Let's say here, what do we want to call it? Random number, right? Random number. I'll try to walk you through the code there. So this is response, right? We need this, so just keep it here. But before the response, we can just go and bring this. Okay, let's see if this works or not. I don't know. So these are random characters. Random chars means that these are the characters that we will be using. Let's see, ABCD, this is capital ABCD, and this is small ABCD. It's trying to make it more complex code. uh, so let's go with this for now. And this is length. So where is length? We have not defined length here. But for we know that we want to make it, or just put it length somewhere. Where has it put it length somewhere? No, but we can do it. I'm very sorry that I will have to do some codes here, but let me make this easier for you. You can look at this code and see, look, if they are defining a variable, they just use this one called var, right? So we will also do that, var, and then because we don't have length, 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 then what do? We go to length is equal to, for our example, let's put it as 6, and then we always put a semicolon at the end. Okay, so don't get scary and all that. It's a very simple code. What it is doing is it's getting this character from here and then putting here in the random characters, and you don't have to understand any of this, as I don't understand any of this, right? So like you said, like you saw, I just went to Google and then bring it here. But the main thing is that since there is no like console log or error and showing mechanism, I don't know if this works or not. So we'll see, right? We'll see if this works or not. Hmm. So let's go. And what do we do here? Here we can bring this in the message, in the text, instead of hello world, let's bring that result. Okay, and let's see if that works or not. We don't need semicolon here because it's inside an array here. Okay, let's keep our finger crossed and let's test this block. Okay, yeah, good. This works, right? But it doesn't look very good, so we'll definitely have to you know uh, I don't like that kind of complex code. So what I will do is I'll just remove the smaller letters and I'll just put this one. Let's see what that does. Now test this. Yeah, okay. Caps. Or you can just like remove everything and just keep, for the simplicity, you can just keep the this code, numeric code. Let's do that for now and see what that gets us here. Okay, so let me cut this for now, so because I want to use it again. And this is again the number. This look a lot better, right? So let's stick that, but let's do the, so that to be sure that it doesn't repeat or it doesn't collide or duplicate, let's make it 8 letter. So for length we are doing 8 letter, and since we are doing length here, everything is automatically generated for us. Now let's check it one last time. Good. So but there is one thing to do. As you see, it is showing as a message. It is not setting up a variable, but we need to set a variable, right? Because we need to put that information here, and we cannot just use the message there. Okay, so how do we do that? First, we need a variable here, and we will call this user ID. No, not user ID. That's not good. So registration ID. Okay, this is good. ID is capital. Or just for reg ID, right? Registrations is reg ID. And since we are, oh, sorry, okay, that data type is text. It doesn't matter a lot. So now what we are going to do is, let's go to the Botstar documentation and see how we are going to set the variable, right? So go to Botstar, I don't know, scripting. Okay, so let's see in the, you can see that I'm like I'm just going to different documentation, different, I don't know this by heart or in my mind. I'm not that much of a high skill program. I'm just doing as you would do. So don't get scared here. Now what do we want to do? We want to go to Dawn here because it's on the Dawn, and let's see, it's in Exxon. Yes, it's in Exxon. Sorry, where did I miss? Here, change variable. Okay, this is what we want to do, right? So now let's try to bring it from here to here. Okay, this is starting from here and then going up to here. So let's bring it, and then here in after masses, right? Or we don't even need masses. So just, okay, not, we don't need, I don't think we need these here. Let's see. I don't know if this works or not. And not this, we don't need, we just need this one, right? So what was our, let me zoom a little bit here. Okay, so I didn't do anything, right? I just copied it from here, and then, so for data, what is our our is called break ID, and then let's just bring this result, but we don't need to keep it inside the inverted comma for the result, because it's just a variable that we are bringing up it from up here. It's not a string that we're passing. Okay, let's see if this works or not. I'm not sure this time. So only way to check that is, sorry, go to text and then user ID is, and then go to break ID. So let's see if this works or not from here. Let's check it from here. No, it didn't work. Oh, sorry, because we didn't set a message there. Let's see what is not working. What do we need here? Do we need it inside the, inside this? I don't think so. But let me try. No. Is this working? No. This is not working because this code has not run successfully even single time. Let's go back again and see what we are missing in the accents, right? So where is the accent? The var response, right? In the var response, let's go to see if it is, if there is some example. Sorry, I'm just looking through some example to see. I can quickly go back and see my own, my own code, but I'm trying to do this together with you to see how we are going. Okay, here it is. So let's see here. Hmm. But they are also doing the same thing. Go to set variable data is equals to. We are also doing the same thing, right? Is it missing one tone? No, it's responses here. Why is it not working? I don't know. Let's go to here. No, this is just the message. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's taking so long. So for the simplicity, let me go and check back my code from the another bot, and let's see. Let's figure out what I'm missing here. Let's go back to Chum. Where was that? Is it test bot? Is it test bot? Let's see. Yeah, I think yes. This yes. Update variables. Thank you for some validity code. No, not this one. Add organization here. Organization. We need code. Yes, it is here. Okay, so we just need actions and then type, then set variable. Oh, it's a totally different format. I don't know how it is so different. Let's go to see here actions. We don't need actions in this, right? And so what is different other? So type is set variable. Type is, we don't need type inside that, and data. Okay, so we are going to see, right? So we don't, let's bring all of this, or for simplicity, let's copy this one from here to here. Actions part. Okay. For action, I will go from here to here, and then for set variable, what else? What you see that we were doing everything correct, but the thing was we were missing some uh, this apostrophe or inverted commas. So that makes a lot of difference in programming, as you see. Now this should work. Let's see. Did it or not? No, 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 no. It didn't work. Does it work? Let's see this one. Let's copy it from right here. I don't know what I'm missing here, but I might be missing. I might be doing some silly things. So just go here and then okay. We don't need this. It's just a code. Some type set variable or rg code is sagar, but it's not sagar, right? It's result. Is our name Reg Edin? REG and ID is in capital. So REG and ID is in capital, and we just want to use result here. Yeah, it's working now, I guess. Thank God it's working. Okay, now that's it. We don't need it here. What we need is now, since we are generating an organize, I'm sorry, an ID, and then what we will say to user that we now have all of your information. We will save it to Google's database. You don't need to say Google Sheet here. So what do we say to this? It's like save to data. And here we will, what do we say them? We'll say them, thank you for all information. We will now update your info into our database, right? No, okay. For that, we bring Google now, Google Sheets update here. And we have already done the integration, so we just need to find out our file name, which is service board, as you can see, and then worksheet is sheet1. We don't have it, so we want to add a new row. Good. And then we just need to fill out for serial number. We don't need anything, we will fill that out later. For code, we will just put out this code that we just registered, reg id. And for name, just manual process name. And for email, we'll just go to email. And for phone number, we'll just go to phone number. And for what do we have? Category. Oh, we didn't set category anywhere, did we? I guess not. Or do we even have a category? No, we don't have it. So let's see, like category here, and then we will need to, what did we call it? The confirmation category. Okay, so we will have to, where was that? Here, update variable. We'll have to go to category and set it to response.category. Okay, now we have all the information, and let's do the same thing here, category to response.category. Now we want, when we the first send our data here, we want it to be processing. So let me copy the exact word. Oh, sorry, copy the exact word. Okay, where was I here? So in the status, we want to set it as, do we need to put it in the, I don't think so, right? Okay, so what do we say to user now? We will say that, thanks for your patience. We have now saved your information in our database. Someone from our team will contact you for further process. Underneath is, then it's like thanks, not thanks, well, just says saved info. And then we again have, we will also provide them with the registration code. So your registration code, let's say your user code for our system is, and then let's provide them with the code that we just generated, which was saved in reg id. And we also want them, please keep this safe, as we need this information or as you will need this information for further communication with us. Okay, now before we end this, right, so here also providing user So before closing, we'll just ask, or we'll take the user back to the, we have module outlet here. Just bring that close to this one last block. But before we that, we want to do, we will ask them, do you want to register another user or another professional? And then we will just give two yes and no. Then we'll take it from here, sorry, here to here, here to no. We'll take module outlet, and then yes, we'll take it back to, let's make this a smaller, into this one, right? My god, how am I going to connect it? So this one, yes, right? So here to, okay, here. Okay, a simple app. Good. Now let's go back to register, and then for module outlet, let's connect to maybe main menu. Okay, here. Okay, let's try that. We'll have to choose, of course, professional, because we haven't set customer one. So I'd like to register today. Let's say today I am an electrician. My name is Sagar Prasai. My email is merochatbot@gmail.com. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay. Oh, did we put the validation in phone number? It's so embarrassing. Let us correct that again. Oh, because since we duplicate this, it is in all. No validation here, in address also no validation. These things happen. So let's go from here. Sorry about that. Sagar Prasai. Start writing it, even if it's asking. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Address is Kathmandu, Nepal. Your name is Sagar. We need a space here. Kathmandu, Nepal. Email is my name. Yes, yes, of course, it is my information. What does it say to me now? It's generating render code. Thank you for all information. Okay, so yes, my code. I have to save this now. Everything is working perfectly. Let's go to our, Google chatbot. And since I was playing with this, it added a new bot here. So Sagar, and then my code is here. This is very good. Now let's say later our staff comes and then choose it. Why is it not working? Processing. So let's say it was, this person's detail is in processing. So now we will have to develop another menu, which was check status. So let's quickly do that, and then we will end our tutorial. And as I promised, in the next one we will do the customer part. So let me quickly drop a module here, and it's called status check or something. And if it is status check, we'll go here, go to module here and here. Now for a status check, we will of course need their reg ID. Can you provide us your information, please. Sorry, your user code, please. It is a 6-digit number. Okay, and asking for user ID. Okay, so now let's also create a variable for user input ID, because we will have to check this with the Google Sheet information, right? So here we will quickly update this variable with so we'll quickly user input with the latest response, or we can just go to asking for user ID. Good. Now what we do, we query that, so just give a confirmation here and say that you can say this, we just don't need that. Okay, let me find information for, and then the code number that you just provided, or you can put it from here. Good. Now what do? We check it in Google Sheet. So go to Google Sheet query, and here, right? So which sheets? This thing and the field. So when the code is equals to user input code, right? Now we also need some more variable to show to the user at this point. So let us go back here and then create. What do we want to show to the user? We don't want to show a lot of information. We just want to show their name and their status. So let's see. Okay. So what do we say? G name, because it's coming from Google Sheet. So let's say GS name, and then GS status. Okay. So now again go back to Google Sheet. So here, if G name to which one you want to bring name, okay, and then which one G status we want to bring status. Where is status? Yes, we just need these two information. Good. Now we have to provide that information to the user here. So what do we say to them? We say to them that your so let me type this information here. Okay, we have found your details. Your name is this, and your registration status is this. So name, what is his name? And what is the status? Okay, this is good. But like, what if they input the wrong information and they don't have any uh, you know back, they don't have any response back? So we need to make this a conditional a conditional thing. So what we have done is we have bring the name and status from the Google Sheet. So if it is blank, if it doesn't find the code name, it will of course be blank. So if this, we want to show this if it is not blank, right? If it has some value. So here we want to go and see, not the latest response here. If the G name, right, has any value. Okay. But what if it doesn't have any value? Then we will say, Let's make it a condition one and say if gname has no value, has no value. Okay, so if no value, then we will say sorry, we couldn't find any information based on the user code you provided. Please try again. And then we will take him back to here. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Lastly, this is our last thing. Okay, so what do we want to do is just in confirmation, do we want to check another code, check another status, and same like before, yes and no. Good. So if yes, then we have to again go back to here, and if no, we'll go back to modal outlet, and then back to modal outlet. We'll go where we'll go. We'll go to the main menu. Good. So let us check again. Now the this is status part. So go to test. I'd like to check my status because I have already registered. So let's see what is our code, right? So let me copy this. I don't know why this is coming. Oh, is it coming from the? Let's see. And then I'll just put it. Where do? Oh, sorry. Where is it? Okay, here. Okay. So it's we have found my status is processing, right? So do you want to check another status? Let me check another random number, which is of course not registered. So let's say I will say this one. It will check because it's in loyal bot, but it doesn't find any information, right? So before checking, now I will just change this status. Let's say my status was approved. So what happens now? Again, my code. Let me put my real code. Now my status is approved. Okay, this is working. Let us go back to the. This is good. So thank you for watching. It's been a long tutorial here. In the next part, what we will do is we will come back again and then fill up some information here, and then we will use a third-party service, Integromat, to bring that data back to bot and into CMS. We'll create a new entity here called professionals, and then let user do different kind of choosing from there. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and I'll be back with another video soon. Goodbye.